Hey guys, so I'm sorry I haven't been on here in a while. It's just been a really busy season, and especially a busy season of parenting. And that is actually exactly what God has been really putting on my heart, is how much we learn lessons about understanding Him as we go through this parenting process. And so one of the things that recently made me kind of think about this connection is, sometimes with my kids, I ask them questions that I already know the answer to, because I want them to be able to kind of reveal their heart and show where they're really at. Like asking them, hey, did you eat the chocolate? Because they have chocolate all over their face, and I saw them eating the chocolate. And when they say, yeah, you know what, it was wrong, I'm sorry, yes, I did that. That shows character, that builds trust. That's a beautiful thing when you have a child who will tell the truth. And so makes me think of that in verse in Genesis, where God did the exact same thing to Adam. Like, okay, where are you? Did you eat from the tree I told you not to? Like, it was a chance to really come clean and come to the Father, because that's what His heart is for. His heart is for connection. And so the other thing, that this actually happened yesterday. We went to the water park, and I had this little interaction, and I was like, man, it just really helped me understand those seasons of when God feels distant. Because I think we all go through those seasons. Like, we have ones where we feel like we are just walking hand in hand with Jesus every step of the way, and we can feel His presence. And then there's other times where it's like you're facing challenges and you know He's there, you know He's with you, but it's just not that tangible as it was before. And I feel like those are actually the seasons that really reveal where we're at and our level of confidence and maturity, and it's a demonstration of what's been sown into us, what we know to be the truth. So how this all kind of came about was we were at the water park. We're in like the wave pool, and really busy, lots of people there, and like Johnny starts to like walk away, and Sarah's there, and she's like, Mom, we gotta get him, he's walking away. And I'm like, you know what, just wait, let's see what he does. This is a safe place for him to learn some of these lessons and to see kind of where he's at, to demonstrate where his confidence level is, his maturity. So I stayed low in the water, and I watched him as he went to the bag, and he kind of turned around and like realized we weren't there. And I was so proud of him. He didn't panic or anything. He got his little goggles, and then he went back to where he saw us last, and he found us, and it was great. And so I thought, I'm kind of talking to Sarah and explaining all of this stuff, and I'm like, wow, that's exactly what happens with God sometimes. Like, where sometimes we know His eye is on us. Like, my eye was on Johnny. I was there if he needed me. I was there to rescue him. I was there to lead him back to where he was supposed to be. But sometimes I allow myself to be concealed because it's an opportunity for my child to grow in confidence and to reveal what's really in their heart. What choices are you going to make when you don't think that anybody is looking? What are you going to do when when you feel like no one's watching you? And it's a chance to demonstrate maturity. It's a chance to grow in that confidence. And I really think that that's what sometimes this season is. We know that God is there. We know He's watching us, and we know that we are within reach of Him. But sometimes we just walk through these seasons, and that's okay. He's a good Father. He is leading us into maturity. We're not just supposed to be little babies who are constantly just always carried around all the time. There's times to climb into His lap, and then there's times to step up and get something done, accomplish a task. So I thought that was kind of cool, just how God reveals a little bit about Himself sometimes when we're just going through the daily life of parenting and living and just going through life. And man, it's just cool knowing that God shows up. And that reminder that He is never going to leave you. He is never going to forsake you. His eye is on you. So I hope you have a great week.